All right, friends, it's Team Mun. We are back with a new video, and it's on our good friend, the Nacho Plan, our man, the Nacho Plan, dude. So we're gonna react to his video. The Nacho Plan says eccentric overload push day. All right, I can't wait.
What's up, fellas? What's going on? It's your boy Nacho, and here we have my push day. I am doing 5 plates for accentuated reps for a bunch of sets and reps. I
Looking awesome, looking awesome.
have this subscriber, Arcana Intellijo. He was recommending me to do heavier weight for singles, and he was telling me it was going to cause more muscle damage, and he shared a study with me that shows exactly that. So what I did,
Yeah, what he's telling you, what I wrote in your comment section, what he's telling you, it's the same thing I told you before. It's something you're unaccustomed to doing. He says, I recommend doing this heavy weight for singles. Yeah, but if you've never done that and you do that weight, remember, unaccustomed exercise, unfamiliar forms, and untrained muscles get what? They're susceptible to getting what? Muscle damage. They get damaged. Yeah. It's kind of obvious. That's why I recommend you do things that you're unaccustomed to doing. And I said to you in the previous video, remember? In my reaction video to your video, I even wrote you in the comment section, I think, too. I said you should do some unaccustomed exercises that you're unaccustomed to doing. But look, here's the thing with here's the thing with exercise, okay? This is full range of motion. Anything that would be vigorous and intense, the intensity and the intensity of that exercise or duration, the duration and intensity of that exercise will dictate whether you get those muscle damaged or not. But here's the thing. An eccentric exercise, you're always gonna get damaged. It doesn't matter what you do. Not providing you don't come in every single day. If you're coming in every day, you're not going to get damaged. But if you come in every week, then yes, you will get damaged doing eccentric exercises, okay? Or let's put it this way. Yeah, definitely if you're already damaged, you're not going to get re-damaged. You may, if you try to keep damaging them, well, you get rhabdo. But the point is this. So let's just say you did do a damaging session, whatever. Maybe you came back a bit early, 3 days later, but you did something very vigorous, some other body part. It's a possibility they could get more damage. I don't know. It's really hard to dictate that. It's really protected at this point, okay? It's protecting you from getting a disease called rhabdo. But anyways, the thing to know about exercise is if you mastered getting if you mastered getting damaged in the full range of motion, which a lot of people have not, they have not mastered that. We're not going to explain it to you in layman terms. The intensity and duration will dictate whether those muscles get damaged or not in a full range of motion lifting. So can you get damaged lifting in a full range of motion? Yes. Yes, you can. You can get this damage. I'm able to do it. Now, other people, they were not able to do it the way I was able to do it, like the way you get it in eccentric exercise. You get like almost like a 4 or 5 day period where you're like really, you've got DOMs, like heavy DOMs. Okay, now let's speed up to something more advanced. Eccentric exercise overload. Yes, eccentric exercise. Are you going to get damaged doing this exercise? Yeah, you're definitely going to get damaged. But it too is dependent on how much you're doing there. You know, if you do too little, it might just be a little bit of damage. If you do a lot more, then you get a lot more damage, okay? So it depends on what you're doing there. It's all relative, man. It's all relative. So yeah. So that is a much more advanced program. You're moving from something unadvanced to a more advanced program called eccentric overload. So you're trying to get muscle damage in full range of motion, okay? It's based on intensity and duration of that exercise to get that damage to come back. Okay, whatever. All right. That's you could say the difficulty there, the bar is very high. Now eccentric exercise is a lot easier. It's a lot easier because there's less energy being used. You're not doing full range of motion. You're simply staying in the eccentric, and that's where all muscle damage happens, in the eccentric. Okay, so it's kind of obvious what's going on there. But like I said, unaccustomed, unfamiliar, untrained muscles will always get damaged when you do something that you're unaccustomed to doing, because unaccustomed exercise is known to cause what? Widespread muscle damage. That's it. So he's not really telling you anything you don't really know.
Tested with my cousin the other day on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I tested with his dips. We went heavier than usual. So usually we do a plate and 25 for him for eccentric reps. And I had him go all the way up. I had him ramp up to 2 plates and a 25 for singles. So he was just doing singles the whole time with heavier weight. And we did less sets and less reps. And he said he got damaged the next day.
What did I say? In just this recent video, I was talking with the Blaha video. I was explaining the 8 to 12 rep rule. So why do we do 12 reps? Well, because the weight is kind of light and we can manage it for 12. Okay. Why are we doing 8? Because the weight is astronomically heavy. We can only make it to 8. We're actually trying to make it to 8 because we can't make it to 12 because it's so heavy. So can you get damage with less reps, so forth, but more weight? Well, yeah. Yes. You see what I mean? But there's other reasons why you're doing that. It's not just the fact that you're lifting, I want to do these couple of reps with a really heavy weight to get this damage. There's other reasons why you're going between 8 and 12. I can't explain it all in this video, man. But there's other reasons. It's just like concentric lifting, okay? You'll see people doing 10 repetition sets, concentrically lifting full ranges of motion. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why you don't want to just do accentuated repetition work. There's reasons for everything, believe me, in lifting. As you become more advanced and you accumulate more knowledge, more experience, you're going to figure it out on your own. Believe me, you're going to figure out why you're doing what you're doing.
He got more damage than usual. And so they got me thinking maybe I could do that with squats. I won't do that with dips because I don't have a long enough chain to fit 7 plates. I could barely fit 6 plates in. But that's definitely something to test out. You know, I usually do what my friend Master T recommends, which is 8 to 12 reps of multiple sets, over 100% max. And that also gets me very, very damaged. But I'll also try the heavy singles, man. So thank you for sharing that study and recommending me that. I'm always open-minded.
Look, another reason is you want to grow with the weight. You definitely want to grow with the weight. But you could get injured. Here's another thing. You're jumping into something so astronomically heavy. That's what these crazy power lifters do, okay? Eccentric exercise is the most dangerous exercise of all exercises. Nobody ever gets injured lifting concentrically. But all injuries happen where? In the eccentric. So as an intelligent lifter, you need to realize that this going astronomically heavy with a weak body that hasn't really gotten bigger and stronger to manage that weight. That's the whole point of eccentric exercise. Every time you get bigger, you get stronger. If you haven't gotten bigger, you really haven't gotten a lot more stronger. And believe me, your experience will tell you that because those weights aren't feeling really light yet. But when you get there, they will. You understand me? When you get there. But you haven't gotten there yet. But if you're too much in a hurry, here's the old saying. My mom once taught me this lesson. You eat too fast, you choke on it. So you don't want to eat too fast and choke on it. Get it, bro? So yeah, you want to build yourself with the weight. You want to get bigger, you want to get stronger every time you come back. You're getting bigger and stronger. And like I said, You're not in a hurry. It's not, I got to be in a hurry to get this damage, or I got to lift the heaviest weight for singles. No, bro, you don't have, I wouldn't go there. Because if you get an injury, then what? You can't come back to the gym no more. So what was the point of doing that? And you could cripple yourself. Believe me, people have in the gym. I've seen people cripple themselves. That's something you don't want to do.
I'm always willing to try new things, but this is my push day, guys. We are focusing our goal on that big bench press at the end of the year. I haven't tested my bench yet. I will be developing all the muscles necessary for the bench press. So we're looking at between 360 to 380. We're not sure yet. We're just going to see where we land. But yeah, fellas, I'm separating my days from push day to pull day. So I cannot do pull day tomorrow. I had a lot of things going on. So that will be on Monday. But yeah, fellas, I know I posted a poll, which, I asked you guys which videos you guys would like me to post more, which is educational, more muscle physiology, or...
That's a pretty good exercise. You're doing well. Like I said, the whole point is to get bigger and get stronger, more contractile proteins. The more contractile proteins you can build with damaging sessions and nuclei, the more nuclei you accumulate, the more workers you have to build your muscle and these contractile proteins. So it's a combination of everything. It's a culmination of everything. Every time you get damaged, you get donations of nuclei, you get a repair and a remodeling, you get more of these workers, you get more contractile proteins. That is the whole basis of bodybuilding, of lifting, building yourself big and strong. That's the whole basis. That's all you have to focus on. You don't have to focus on all these crazy things. People could give you advice. They read something, whatever, you should go heavy, do singles. I'm not saying you can't do that. You can do that, but if you're asking me as a real experienced lifter, bro, trust me, it's not worth going too heavy with a weak body. A lot of people do that and then they cripple themselves. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Build yourself big and strong and then lift that heavy weight if you want to lift it. See what I mean?
Video reviews, and you guys chose muscle physiology. So I have a PowerPoint that I'm working on. It's going to be on the Myonuclear domain size limit. I'm going to explain it to the best of my abilities, and I'm gonna show it through a PowerPoint and break down every aspect of it. I'll probably have that done by Sunday or Monday, fellas.
The myonuclear domain size limit, a lot of people don't even understand that. Like I said, I've done videos on it. What they're telling you about myonuclear domain size limit. They're saying untrained muscles, when they first come in the gym, they get this damage, right? It's adapted. Okay, so during that repair and remodeling, the satellite cell it leaves quiescence, right? It proliferates, differentiates into fibroblast cells, a bunch of stuff, and it donates its nuclei. Okay, but it can't do that indefinitely just because you woke it up one time by damaging muscles. See what I mean? So it reaches a limit in that session, that repair and remodeling, it reaches a limit until it repairs and remodels those muscles. That's what they're really telling you. And that's it. Now, okay, does that mean it's over? It reached the ceiling limit during the repair and the remodeling. That's when it reached the ceiling limit. So now it's beyond where it could support further muscle growth. You understand what I'm trying to explain? Do you understand what they're trying to explain to you? It says it reached the ceiling limit during hypertrophic process beyond where the satellite cell can donate what? Any more extra. It says extra nuclei to support what? Further muscle growth. Okay, so what do you need to do? You need to damage those muscle fibers again. You understand me? You need to get another adaptation in muscle damage so that it will donate its nuclei and go through this whatever repeated cycle again. But it will reach a ceiling limit again the second time you do it. See what I mean? It can't indefinitely keep building muscle if there's nothing to build there. So it reaches a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process. That's all they're telling you in science, really. I think they're confused about that. Now, is there a limit to how big a muscle fiber can get? Well, science says that there is a limit how big it can get. Otherwise, it'll become distorted. You could lose some abilities. You understand me? If it gets too big, you definitely don't want that. That's like these mice they show you. They hypertrophied, like they're massive and they're just useless. Their muscles are useless now. Okay, so what does the body do when it needs to keep adapting? Well, it's going to split. It's going to split these fibers. That's what it's going to do. See what I mean? It's going to split them. So is there fiber splitting in eccentric exercise? Of course there is. There's everything going on there. There's a lot of things going on that a lot of people, they don't know in eccentric exercise. So when people say, well, you can get this fiber splitting. Yeah, but in eccentric exercise, we're getting fiber splitting. We're getting myofibrillar growth and fiber splitting. It can't indefinitely get big forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It'll lose its abilities. So it has to split. See what I mean? Anyways, yeah, it's an interesting topic for sure.
So just stay tuned. And I had a subscriber suggest me that I should interview Master T. So if you guys want to see that, then comment in this video if you guys want to see that interview with Master T. And if Master T, if you're watching,
I'm watching.
Let me know if you are willing to have an interview with me on muscle physiology. I'm just gonna ask you questions about it, just so you can share your knowledge.
I don't know why you'd want to talk to me or interview me anyways. I mean, there's not really much to really talk about there, but yeah. I don't know what I could tell you, man. You know what I mean? I'm not a science major. I just talk about things that are based on my experience and some stuff that I read online too. That's just to corroborate, to how should I put it, to prove what I say works. That's why I use that stuff from NCBI PubMed. That's all, really. I like what you're doing here. The push-ups are great. That is an awesome stretch there, too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with body weight exercises, you know what I mean? So, yeah, this is a good exercise, too, yeah.
My subscribers have been asking me. So that's pretty much it, fellas. We're just ending with some push-ups.
I mean, even Vegan Gains has called me on my cell phone. He talked to me, as a video on it, where he talked to me on the phone. And he asked me one time, I can't remember how he got my cell phone number, but anyway, he asked me one time, he wanted to talk about vegan diets or something. It's kind of useless, talking about that stuff, but, I could entertain him for the purpose of just entertainment, whatever. I don't know. I don't know, whatever. The whole vegan thing is crazy. I don't know if you've seen Vegan Gains. I don't know if you know Vegan Gains or have watched his channel recently. So I guess he's gone through a divorce, right? And that says everything. There you go. So the man has a lot of time. And you notice now he's working on his physique. Is that physique being built because he's 100% vegan? I don't know, man. I don't know anybody that could survive on a 100% vegan diet. Eventually, within a 2-year period, that's when it affects everybody. It affects everybody. Within 2 years, everything affects you. It takes 2 years to see anything in this world. That's what I realized from my experience. The vegan compilation, everybody, a good majority of the people there, it's always like 2 years later. You know what I mean? 2 years of this or 2 years of that, or 2 years to come out of this, or 2 years to see real gains or this or that or something in bodybuilding, whatever you want to call it. To really see good things happening, it usually takes 2 years. Well, like I said, some things happen a little bit faster, some things happen shorter, but usually 2 years is, in a human body to see things, like really, really good things, takes 2 years, but whatever.
And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for the pull day and leg day. Peace.
All right, friends. I'll see you in the next video. Tell what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. You want to go over to my friend's channel here, The Nacho Plan, and like and subscribe to the video, bro. Because much appreciated. He is uploading these videos for you to entertain you, broski. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Ciao.